Hey Pisces, this is Divine and welcome. This is going to be a little bit of a forecast for September using a bit of astrology and a bit of card reading for you as well. So if that's something that you're interested in, stick around. Let's go. All right, so the first thing with Pisces is we're just going to take a quick look at the health aspects. And you are really, really sensitive beings, okay? You can, if you're not careful, absorb everything and everyone's energy around you and take it on as your own burden. So something is, because you are a water sign, all right, you may have fluid retention in your body as well, or be more susceptible to those types of things, seasonal stuff. You might have problems with fluid in the lung, or you might even end up with spine or skeletal problems as well. Sometimes you can have things wrong with the feet and the hands, so your feet might suffer from bunions or the wrong types of shoes. So for the month of September, just be really mindful of self-care. Foot baths are really, really good for you. Salt baths, right? Of course. Don't forget about taking care of you. All right. So for September, we have the energy of a few things going on, right? So we have Uranus and Pluto going retrograde. And depending on where they're sort of sitting in your chart as well, the Pluto energy is going to be in Capricorn, right? And it is going to be surrounding more than likely things to do with your finances, of course, but it's more on a bigger scale. So when Pluto is in Capricorn, it's focused on world leaders and governments and big banking and corporations and things like that. So we're thinking a little bit bigger, and maybe you're thinking a little bit bigger with regards to your own investments as well. And funnily enough, we also have a lunar eclipse as well. So anything that you were thinking about in April when we had the solar eclipse on the 8th of April, what changes did you make then? What were you letting go of? What did you decide for yourself? Because this may be highlighted again here. And Uranus is going to be actually going retrograde in your third house, and that is asking you to really look at how you're giving messages. Communication messages are all here in the third house. And the same time, as I said to you, Pluto is moving into the part of your chart that really, really focuses itself on changes with friends and things like this. So a new moon also is coming up in Virgo, and it can really accentuate the love in your life, or maybe there's a new love as well. There's more clarity here. So it's time, and this is for everybody, don't hold major discussions or fight or argue with anybody when there is an eclipse, like a full moon eclipse. It's one of the worst times for that because, as I said, when the door slams shut, it's going to stay shut. So this month, this moon, you are sensitive to things. You're very intuitive. You're very psychic, right? But you often take on everybody else's problems as your own, or you tend to take what someone is saying as personal, or even getting it the wrong way. And sometimes, depends what your moon sign is as well. There could be a situation in your life that turns in a different direction than you were expecting. And maybe this is someone that's close to you or a family member. Maybe you're going to hear from your siblings or something like this, and some kind of issue is brewing. However, you have a way, like you always do, of getting out of everything. You are really appreciated for who you are, and you also have this cornucopia of abundance coming in, lots of opportunities to collaborate with others if you wanted to, okay? But it's really about understanding your sensitivities and working with them. So it's like you're noticing when you're starting to get yourself overly concerned about a situation or blaming yourself for something, and you're stopping that habit, or you're stopping yourself in your tracks, letting go of those outcomes and focusing more on the positive direction for yourself, right? Okay, so let's have a look here. Yep, love is highlighted, romance, maybe new friendships as well. But just, again, like I said, watch out for miscommunication. It could be for some of you that there's an offer of love and an offer of work coming, or someone who loves you for your work coming forward and saying, hey, how about working with us? You know, maybe you're a healer, for example, and someone's like, hey, why don't you work in our shop, right? So for some of you here, okay, the information that you've been waiting to receive with regards to some kind of mystery in your life, or something that you've been wondering about with regards to spirituality maybe, or a dream, or something that a vision that you had. You might get a lot of deja vu coming up in September too, or you have been already. So something is going to start to make sense to you. And when you start adopting a new positive way of doing things, it really, really supports you. And that you're also not afraid to allow that for yourself, right? Allow yourself to go first once in a while. Stop holding the door for everybody and let yourself go in the door first, right? Don't get out of everybody's way all of the time, or don't think that it's always your fault when things are happening. And some of you have mastered this and you're moving away from it, and you become very strong in your intuitive capabilities when your mind is not caught up on all this other stuff that might be or should be happening, right? Or maybe it will one day. Unnecessary worry, I guess, is the key here. You have so many connections. Look at this. You have so many connections with messages, information, support, communication, communicating in the right way, receiving abundance finally after a really long time of working hard. Some of you are traveling. Some of you are exploring different methods. Some of you are opening up to your musical skills a little bit more, or maybe changing instruments, right? Some of you are composing your own music and you need to get it out here and start sharing. But make sure that you're just being gentle with yourself for the most part, and always make sure that you're just checking in with your emotions every day, and try not to make sure that you're focusing on protecting yourself from others' energy. Don't absorb it like a sponge, okay? And stay really, really grounded as well. So lots of blessings for September, and I hope to hear from you sometime. My name is DEVINE and my website is below. And until next time, bye for now.